So I have a new episode today. Today is about 2006 CLK 350. So what happened when you come here to the coolant reservoir, you find out this. You find out all this milkshake inside. So I'm going to show you what happens. So mostly if you take to the mechanic is going to say, you know what, you have a head gasket, like a blown head gasket, and if we're talking something like that, that means your motor is gone. So, but in this case, in this particular car, it's not exactly the head gasket, because we already check if the engine, if the oil is something. It has a mix or something. There is nothing on the oil. We already check also the filter, and the filter is nothing. As you see, I'm just gonna open it for you. So there's nothing. Oil is here, is okay. So here's a little trick here in this car. All right. So what we're gonna do here, since we have the oil cooler, this helps to keep up with the temperature on the oil. So this has a gasket between the oil here, the oil filter, and the cooler. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna open here these screws. There is like 6 screws, 1, 2, another one is in the middle, and the last one. So 3 on each side, I think. What we're gonna do is we're gonna have to find a way to seal this problem. So in this case, we're going to I will say like 90% sure that this is the problem, since I see a little bit of oil around it and everything. So that means the gasket in here is allowing to mix the coolant with the oil. Okay, so first thing first, obviously you just come here to the motor, you open the covers. That's the basic stuff. Just open the covers, and what you're going to do is you're going to go underneath the radiator. Just there's a plug on the driver's side on the radiator. So there is a red plug, so you can just twist and it will drop the coolant. Make sure you have something to collect the coolant. Just don't throw it in the floor or something like that. Okay, so then after that, you're just gonna do it's lose the pressure on the oil filter. As soon as you lose the oil pressure, the oil will go down, and then you'll be able to start working on this area. Okay, I already have the gasket. I will show you what gasket is it. So this is the part that I ordered. So I'm not sure if you can read this one. This is made for Mercedes Benz. It's a V31973. That's the brand. I'm not sure what kind of brand is that. Okay, so then also this is the main one that we're going to replace. Okay, so get ready. And also, since you're dealing with the filter and everything, you might want to change the oil if you haven't done it for a while. So just do it at the same time. Also, we're going to flush the cooling system. So what I'm doing here is the oil sensor. So so that way we can have more access to the screws, since the screws are a little difficult to remove from the oil cooler. So you just remove them. Just make sure you put all the screws on the side and just save them. Don't lose any screws, any parts. Now, since we have everything removed, we have to see if we can reach out, try to get an extension. With a long extension, you'll be able to remove the screws from the sides. and that way you can remove easily without removing the steering fluid. So now you need to get a flat screwdriver, like to remove this thing. Just easily put the flat screwdriver from the top. Like I'm just gonna show you right now. So let's say if it's right now like that, you just put the flat screwdriver like this and just pop it. That way you can just easily remove. As you see these black areas here, that's the signs where the oil was getting mixed. Basically it was having an escape. It was having a mix with the coolant. So now what you have to do is get something thin or something so you can pull all the gasket. You need to pull the old gasket out and put the new one in. But just make sure that you pull all the gasket out, all the debris and any garbage that is in there. Just remove it, and then so that way you can just put the new gasket. As you see, this is an old gasket, and it was needing to be replaced. And like I said, just make sure that all the gasket comes out, the whole pieces. Okay, so now it's out. Just make sure you clean it with a Sharpie knife or something like that without damaging. This is a new one. Just make sure that it's same exactly one, okay? And I just have to figure out first what side of the gasket is going to be. Okay, so now we're going to have to put the reservoir again, and also we're going to have to change the coolant sensor that is in the back. We're going to do that too. So we're going to replace the coolant sensor, since we're going to have to refill with some coolant too. So we're going to have to replace the coolant sensor. It's right behind in the back of the engine, as I was showing you before. The coolant sensor, it's in the back. I'm not sure if you were able to see it, but it's just in the back. It holds two screws. It's right there. Okay, you see that one? It's right there. Actually, it has only one screw. It has only one screw. Alrighty, so same thing as we put the reservoir back, we put screws back in, and we're going to put now the oil sensor back in. And like I said, this sensor was removed because we need an access to remove the screws from the oil coolant. Okay, so we'll just put it back, make sure that everything is nice and tight. Alrighty, so we put everything back together, and that's it. We got rid of the problem now. Okay, so we're gonna make the oil change. Since we're working on this, we're gonna make an oil change also, but that's gonna be another video. So as you see, that's how you fix this problem. This is a common problem with the Mercedes cars. Okay, if you see here where the red dot is, that's where the sensor is, the coolant sensor. So I'm just replacing that one too. Okay, You guys don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and subscribe, okay? So we can keep sharing more videos.